Hi guys, Chess Learning for Life here, back with another video. Today we're gonna look at a game between Ragozin and Lundin in 1945, and this game was a Semi-Slav. Now the Semi-Slav is very solid opening by black, and although it gives up this square for the knight, but this pawn structure is very solid, and this also prevents bishop pinning ideas, or this bishop pinning ideas and the knight taking the pawn ideas. So therefore c6 is a very solid move, and personally, as a d4 Queen's Gambit player, please check out my d4 repertoire. I include everything there, including this Semi-Slav. I personally hate playing the Semi-Slav the most, because after takes, I kind of hate this queenside majority, a 4 on kind of 3 or 2, and sometimes I need to cook up some minority attacks, which is very hard, like bringing a4, b5, take, and then like planting a knight in here, targeting this pawn. It's very hard, very long-term plan, and personally I don't really like it. But that's a lot of talking, so let's continue the game. Now this is what I recommend, just e3 rock solid versus rock solid. Going for this is basically just giving the bishop away, because like the knight would typically like always go to d7, or it could reroute to c7 sometimes. But after this, just h4 and just g5, knight h5, just very strong kingside attack, and it just gets my bishop. So therefore I prefer just playing passively, because I'm kind of a positional but sometimes dynamic player. Now here, very nice idea by black. Just waits for the bishop to move and then capture the pawn. Sometimes you don't want to do it because you don't have this pawn structure anymore, but in return you open up the queen d file. This b5 b4 push is very aggressive, might have some long-term weakness. Now this is the last book move, and here the players play. But now you see the issue is that white gets all the center. This is too overextended. White gets the center, it could push for d5 or e5 anytime. Now Lundin's trying to break over the center with a c5 push. White doesn't care because you can't take on here, because after takes, there's this bishop check, and discovery attack just wins the queen. Always look out for these ideas. Castle. This is given an inaccuracy for some reason, but yeah. Now knight d7. Why is it a good move to move back? And why is it only a good move? Because it's passive, but it's good because it anticipates this push. Like for example, here you lose a pawn, and therefore this anticipates. After maybe push, there is h6, just nothing is going on here, stopping this knight, this bishop from going anywhere. So therefore now, change of plans. Push on d5. Push on d5 just breaks open the center, and after takes, now you have pass pawn. And this rook d1 idea is also very, just supports this pawn in the long run. Now bishop has to go somewhere. Very nice development. As you can see, the eval bar says just +1s. here, trading off the pieces when you have passed pawn, very principled. Now, what is this rook move is very natural, but the engine says the best move here is to actually go to e8, go for this open file, because after push you could go something like c4 and go dynamic, because now this hangs and you trade it off. But black doesn't see this idea, comes here. Now white just locks it in. Now same idea, takes, there's this check. Discovery attack. Now why doesn't this work now? Because there's a check, and then now you take the pawn. I mean the bishop. So black just gets very passive. This just shows how principle played. Just even if you're not up in material, you could still win because of a very strong passed pawn. And just you saw me emphasize on d4, e4, just a strong center. Gives a just very principled chess, because it's 1945, I mean. Now rook is trapped, and yeah, this move white shouldn't really rush to take, because now this is kind of, you let him have a bishop pair, which is kind of compensational, but you're still dominating. White moves it out, forces the rook to move, and then just takes. Here everything's passive for black. h4 could have went h3, more passive, creating a vent for your king, but yeah, h4. Now the idea is simply just doubling here or here. Here just goes for a pawn, and here just prepares for a push and like some bishop ideas. Yes, yeah, bishop ideas. Like queen here, bishop ideas. Here black tries to create counterplay on the queen side, but it's just too late. Principal chess, trade off everything, gets the bishop pair off the board, and then black still can't take, because after takes there is rook takes c4. I'm wondering why this doesn't work. This protects. Wait, doesn't this check just... Oh wait, it doesn't. Yeah, I mean, still winning, but can't take with the rook because of this idea. And then just, oh, mouse slip. And just very strong, just trading off the pieces, because white is kind of up in exchange and a pawn. Here, I don't know what in the world is king g8. Like, what is this? And here, very nice idea, rook for a pawn and a bishop. Simplifies everything. Here, pawn sack. Not really a pawn sack because it attacks the rook. Very nice idea, but here white still can't take because of this check. And here white gives a check and then reroutes to b5 to protect both pawns. Very important for the endgame. And then this is a threat. In engine stages f5 here, and then queen b6. But then this is a very nice move, and queen a5, and then rook e2, threatening this, and it's kind of unstoppable. Very nice idea. Therefore, black went for queen b8, which falls into another thing. Here actually Lundin resigned, but I'm giving like to extend, I'm gonna just explain how this is winning. 2 pawns up in a rook endgame is not really very comfortable, but just a comfortable win. Rook endgame winning 1 pawn, it's mostly a draw, but up 2 pawns, rook can just move back. You're not scared of this because now your king runs into here. Let's just pretend check. And when the king has to take our a pawn, we just take both pawns. 2 to 0. You know how to win it. It's a theoretical endgame. Kind of some little tricks, but it's an easy win. Just don't go for a stalemate. Here, you see that this structure is paralyzed, so you have to move the pawns. And whenever the king wants to come and defend it, just go waiting move. And then if the king is still gonna defend it, if he sticks into defending, lure the rook out so you could promote this pawn and just win the rook. Just like that. So this is one idea. So the king is stuck into defending here, so just take and yeah. 4 to 0 with the rook. Easy win. So that's it for today, guys. This game is very educational. So some takeaways is how to play against the very annoying Semi-Slav. It's just to play aggressive on the king side, break open the center. You see d4, e4 very strong, could push any pawn to kind of take away some squares from the opponent. Now this central pass pawn, very common idea in queen's pawn opening. Some tactics makes black couldn't take the pawn in variations of lines, and here just very clean conversion. Trade off everything when you're up and you have pass pawn. Just very clean. A reroute, tactical threats, trade off everything and go into this winning rook endgame. Some theoretical, just this paralyzed, and some theoretical, like here, just 2 to 0. There is a line for like 2's. Yeah. Somewhere here. Just something here. You have to know how to win this pawn endgame up to 0, and at this point this king couldn't even catch up. So like, yeah, we could give an example here. Let's just do this quickly. An endgame course. So kind of some endgame techniques. Here, your king doesn't need to protect this pawn. You go anywhere, because if you take this pawn runs. So connected pass pawns is very strong. Now you go here for like opposition things. Do it the fancy way. some ideas are just waiting move. Normally this would be stalemate, but just a waiting move, and here you promote, and that's how you win a connected pass pawns without A or H rook pawns. Not to want to elaborate on endgames in this video, just a brief talk, and I hope you find this game educational, and subscribe for more chess content, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.